What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome into the Bulls Report as we are live for the NBA Draft Lottery. That's going to be going down in 30 minutes or so. Feels good to be back live with all the real ones here. As we last time we were live was when the Bulls did lose to the Miami Heat in the play-in tournament. But we're live for the Draft Lottery, and the Bulls right now, it only takes two, baby. It only takes two. They have a 2% chance to land the first overall pick in the NBA draft. We'll be diving into our big boards, breaking down some of these prospects, diving into the full odds for the Chicago Bulls, as the Bulls technically can't have a pick between 5 and 10, but they could move up into the top 4, but it's more likely than not that the Bulls will be picking 11. So I do want to give you guys these odds. So to get the first overall pick, the Bulls have a 2% chance. The second pick, a 2.2% chance. Third, 2.4. Fourth, 2.8. 0% chance to land from 5 to 10. And then from pick 11, they have a 77% chance. 12, 12.4, 12.6, 13th, 0.4. As the Citizens saying, it's such a bad class. Yeah, definitely not the best draft class we have seen in a while. I mean, just calling it like it is. I mean, it is not a good draft class. But speaking about the draft lottery, I'm curious. I'm sure Bulls fans have a lot of thoughts on this. Is the NBA draft lottery rigged? Give me an R for rigged, or give me an N for no down in the comments section. And saying, I don't care where we draft as long as we draft Donovan Clingan. I totally agree. Right now, I probably have Clingan as a top 3 on my big board for the Chicago Bulls, but I like the Alexander Sarr guy. I just think it's easy for us to, comprehend what Clingan could be in the NBA since we've seen him play so many big-time games at UConn. I mean, him just, going back-to-back in the tournament, you got to see him play 10 March Madness games the last 2 seasons. But you guys let me know, is the NBA draft lottery rigged? Give me an R for rigged, or give me an N for no down in the comments section. We got Joe Morrison saying, Nathan, totally agree. More Levine, move Levine, Ball, and Williams. Little Bulls talk real quick. I'm actually not sold on Patrick Williams. I think if we're looking at where this where's the NBA is kind of going, I feel like these long athletic wings of the build of Patrick Williams are extremely, extremely valuable. And I think if we're looking at what the Timberwolves are doing, is Nikola Alexander-Walker, Jaden McDaniels, these really long, hyper-athletic guys that got these freaky long wingspans. If Patrick Williams can just develop and take that next step, he can be that. Citizen saying draft Bronny just to cuck the Lakers. Yes, that would be something. That would be something. I don't think Bronny James will be heading to the Bulls. Hey, maybe the Bulls end up getting LeBron then, but Woodage saying it doesn't matter the draft position. AK hasn't drafted well since coming here. Totally agree. But I will say it would be nice for the Bulls to be able to move up and get a top 4 pick. I mean, no doubt about it. Right now they do have a 2% chance to move up. So I'm testing our luck, man. Saying I don't think you want to necessarily give up on Patrick Williams just yet. I mean, it's a Kobe White 5 seasons, and he's much older than. Yeah, that's a good point. We finally saw the Kobe White breakout this year. Maybe Patrick Williams takes that next step as well eventually, but, we'll have to wait and see. But I do want to get the comment section going here a little bit. If you guys are excited for the lottery, can we get some me's going in the chat, and I'll give you guys a shout-out, as David's saying. And the other thing is I would sign 3 free agents right out of the battle. Sign Jeremy Grant from Portland, sign Jonathan Isaac, but also do a trade for Lonzo and Zach LaVine. Listen, I think the Magic could be a very interesting team that could trade for LaVine, as they kind of need that scoring guard on their roster. And, maybe they could throw in Wendell Carter, Jonathan Isaac, and maybe their pick. I would take that. I think the Bulls' number one thing they need to do this offseason is just get anything for Zach LaVine. Just get absolutely anything. Alex Sanchez in the chat saying me. Joe Morrison saying rigged sometimes. Give me Clingan or Filipowski. We'll dive into both those prospects here in a little bit. Is Jeff Bartlett. Jeff, your comment on the 3 wings video the other day was hilarious. Shout out to Jeff in the chat. Jeff's an absolute real one. real one. As Wootage is saying, I take a chance on Kenny Lofton Jr. Need some aggression. Yeah, I mean, Kenny Lofton's a fun player. I just don't think, like, with his body type, like, I just don't think his body's going to be able to, allow him to be a consistent NBA starter in the league. So, B Daly saying, I want the Bulls to draft Clingan, Sarr, or Buzelis. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. He is actually from Chicago. I would love all three of those guys, no doubt about it. Clingan and Sarr are my top two prospects for the Bulls, just because I think they need a true center, man. I think they need a true center. Get that dude Nikola Vucevic off this team, and it'll work out. It'll work out. As Samuel here, I am saying trade everything except Lonzo. I'm not trading Kobe White or Ayo DeSumo at all. We'll be diving. What do you think of Edey? Zach Edey. Yeah, we can talk about him as here. I can throw up our big board here that we have at Chat Sports. Get you guys more familiar with the prospects here. So here is our big board. Alex Sarr is number 1 as he is the forward/center. I think he's going to be more of a center in the league, but super athletic. I would love for the Bulls, obviously if they somehow get the number 1 pick, this would be the choice for me. Nikola Topic, the crafty guard. I don't think the Bulls are going to be able to take a guard. I just don't think that is a position of need for them. But, look at number 5, like a guy like Stephon Castle. I wouldn't mind the Bulls taking him as well, but I just think that the Bulls are going to make a move in the NBA draft, like who they're going to take. It is going to be a center. It's going to be a guy like Donovan Clingan. No photo here for Reed Sheppard, but Reed Sheppard is 6 on our draft big board. Donovan Clingan at 7. That's the guy I really want. Dalton Connect is not a bad choice. Of Cody Williams, I wouldn't hate. Not the biggest Rob Dillingham fan, but I just don't think the Bulls are going to be even in a position to take a guard. I like Ron Holland, who we have at 13, or Kyle Filipowski. So this is most likely the range where the Bulls are going to be drafting. I would take a chance on a guy like Ron Holland or Kyle Filipowski. Filipowski, if you guys want the quick comparison, Lauri Markkanen. That's obviously like what his peak would be in the league, but I think Filipowski could work out. I've seen him get better on defense. But Ron Holland, he was actually number 1 heading into this year. So, looking at these guys right here, you're not taking Jared McCain. You're not taking Jacoby Walker or Walter. You're not taking Isaiah Collier. Like, out of this range of 11 to 15, it's most likely going to be Ron Holland or Kyle Filipowski for the Chicago Bulls here. But, I have to wait and see what AK and the group decides to do, as we still are 22 minutes away. I'm excited. I got over 70 people watching right now. Let's do this. Who is your guys' favorite prospect this year in the draft? Let me just get this set up for you guys. Sorry, I am self-producing this show, so if graphics are moving a little slower, keep that in mind. But or David, we'll start with David saying, what I would trade Zach LaVine to the Pelicans and Patrick Williams for Zion, Brandon Ingram, and Jordan Hawkins. Yeah, I would too. The only thing is the Pelicans saying no. Saying, let's look at it from a realistic standpoint. We already have 2 unproven small forwards in Julian Phillips and Terry. We don't necessarily need any more wings. Well, if they're unproven, wouldn't you want to take a chance on another one? Would kind of be my counter argument to that. But I'm not. Obviously Julian Phillips didn't really play too much. Who was actually representing the Bulls in the draft lottery is Sam Lachatera saying Nick Roloff. Shout out to Rolly across the hall over there. Samuel saying watch Spurs get Cooper Flagg next season. I don't think the Spurs will be in the lottery next year. Which actually, let me ask you Bulls fans this. Would you be okay with the Bulls? And I hate tanking. It's not realistic. Teams don't tank. But would you be okay with the Bulls, let's say, winning 10 games next season, but it guaranteed them Cooper Flagg? Bulls win 10 games. Let's just say, they trade everybody. Kobe White gets hurt. It's just a makeshift roster. But it guarantees the Bulls do land Cooper Flagg. Let me know. Ocean of Winsome saying Dalton Connect. wouldn't hate a Dalton Connect. No doubt. Wouldn't hate him as at all. Myron Bird saying I would love to see the Bulls draft Terrence Shannon. Yeah, keep that Illinois pipeline after getting Io DeSumo. I just don't think the Bulls are in the market for a guard. Like, actually are a couple solid big men in this year's draft. So, like, I could see them going the Clingan route. Like, Donovan Clingan, I think, is my number one realistic option for the Bulls. Obviously, Alex Sarr, who's projected to be the number one pick, is another choice. But I just personally, I would personally lean Clingan just because, you know, he's a proven winner. Like, I like these guys. I mean, we see the New York Knicks. Obviously, like, you know, these Big East basketball players who had great coaching in college. Like, you see it on the NBA hardwood where, you know, their winning plays just translate. I think Clingan would be from the same cloth. David saying, Zaccharie, I think Zach, that college kid, I've been hearing a lot of good things. I think he would fall to the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls stay with the 11th pick. I can see him falling in Chicago. He's 7'3". Yeah, I haven't really looked too much into him yet, but obviously once the Bulls draft pick is officially announced, like, we'll dive into all this and more. Joe Morrison saying we need to dump Billy, JJ, or Jay Wright, or Jamal Crawford, Joakim assistant. I would love that. Bring in Jay Wright to Chicago. That would be my number one coaching replacement for Billy Donovan. But Billy Donovan is not going to lose his job. That's just something we just need to realize here. We just need a better center than Vooch. Yeah, and that's hopefully today. Hopefully the Bulls can move into that top 4 and go get Donovan Clingan. Hopefully the Bulls can do that. David saying, I would say the Bulls need to get a power forward and a center. Yeah, I mean, I could see the Bulls. Like, the thing is with the Bulls is, like, listen, this year, no doubt, this year for the Bulls was not a positive year by any means. Like, it was a loss of a season. I'm not trying to, like, be overly optimistic. But I do think the number one takeaway from this year was you have your backcourt of the future. Kobe White, Io DeSumo. Like, you have your 1 and 2 guard for the next 10 to 15 seasons, hopefully, if they stay healthy and they have long careers. Like, that's a huge positive. Now what do you do in this draft? If you could somehow move into that top 4, man, you go get Donovan Clingan or Alex Sarr or Zaccharie, like, then you would have 3 building spots. And then, honestly, I'll bring back Patrick Williams. You let DeMar DeRozan walk, and we rock out with the young guys. That's what I would do. David Paulson saying, I would take more Ron Holland as a small forward. He's pretty decent. But I definitely would go for a center for the boys because that's exactly what they need right now, a 7'3" center for the Bulls. Yeah, 100%. I mean, Donovan Clingan, like, that is the pipe dream. Like, that is, like, if the Bulls move into the top 4, and I'll give you guys the odds here again for the Chicago Bulls. So, happy lottery day. First off, this is coming from Will Gottlieb. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Does great work on Twitter. Great Bulls fan. So, he had the Bulls odds laid out. So, the Bulls have a 2% chance to get the number 1 overall pick, as you guys see right there. A 2.2% chance to get the second pick, 2.4 for third, 2.8 for fourth. The Bulls cannot have a pick from 5 to 10. So, while we're watching this draft, I need all Bulls fans to get in this mindset. We're going to have it be going like this. It's going to be the 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, and 10th. If we don't see the Bulls' name in the first 5 teams listed, that means they are guaranteed a top 4 pick. So that's when the anticipation, that's when the fun's going to really start. So keep that in mind. The Bulls cannot have a pick from 5 to 10. The Bulls have a 77.6% chance to get the 11th overall pick. Just want to keep everybody updated with the current odds. We still got higher odds than 2008 to get number 1. Yeah, wasn't it 1.2 to get Derrick Rose? Yeah, that's awesome. Joe Morrison, but if coach not strong, it won't matter. What's wrong with Reinsdorf that he won't fire him? I have no idea. See, personally, I don't think Billy Donovan. Like, if I had to go pie chart of blame for the Bulls season here, like, I think roster construction takes 60% of it, and then I'd probably go 30% on coaching, and then 10% on the I'd probably go 60% roster construction, 20% on coaching, and I'd give the other 20% to the players. See what you guys are saying. Big Diesel saying, what about trading Zach for Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and a pick? I'd love that. I would love that. Sign me up. Get the Bulls, Duncan Robinson, a true shooter. Send Tyler Hero to Miami. I would do it. What about trading Zach to the Lakers for Austin Reeves, Rudy, Gabe Vincent, and a pick? Sign me up. Sign me up. I would actually. So I think people would freak out if the Bulls traded LaVine to the Lakers for D'Lo, Rui, and Gabe Vincent and no picks, because that would be the trade package to have the contracts match. I think people would freak out, but you guys got to look back. Look back at last season when the Portland Trailblazers trade away Damian Lillard. They got back Drew Holiday, and everybody was like, why do the Portland Trailblazers need Drew Holiday? They got a ton of young guards, and, they obviously took Scoot second overall last season, but they ended up, or third overall, but then they ended up trading Drew Holiday to the Boston Celtics, got more picks back. Like, I could see the Bulls sending Zach LaVine to the Los Angeles Lakers, getting back D'Angelo Russell, and then sending D'Lo to another team for more picks. David saying, not familiar, why not 5 through 10? It's just how the lottery works. So, yeah, so like when we're watching this, I think we have another graphic for just top 4. Here, yeah, all right, so odds to be in the top 4. Bulls are at 9.4%. So the Bulls cannot have a pick from 5 to 10. The Bulls will only pick 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the only chances the Bulls have. But to get in the top 4, 9.4%. I'll take it. I'll take it. North of Main Street saying, no way. Don't be a Debbie Downer. We're staying positive. But let's get the chat going a little bit. If you guys are excited for the lottery and want the Bulls to get a top 4 pick in the NBA draft, just give me a me down in the comment section. I'll give you guys a shout out. We're 13 minutes away. Let's get the chat going, get the vibes going in the chat. 91 people with us for the draft lottery. That's freaking awesome. Shout out to all you guys who are tuning in. We're going to be chopping it up, live reacting here to the lottery. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Give me a me down below in the chat. If you guys are excited, we'll give you guys a shout out. Shout out to Hamat Gill in the chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. North of Main Street saying it's what Orlando did. Levante Rogers, shout out to you, man, saying me. Levante, hopefully our Bulls can get a top 4 pick. That's all I want. You get a top 4 pick, we're taking Donovan Clingan, and that's your building block. Because think about this. Kobe White, Io DeSumo, Donovan Clingan. Go get a wing. Honestly, then I re-sign Patrick Williams. And that's the 4. I know Bulls fans, and I want you guys all to reason with me here. First off, am I crazy for still believing in Patrick Williams? And I'm not saying he could be an all-star. I'm not saying he could live up to that 4th overall pick. I'm just saying he could be a guy where it's maybe he's a Jaden McDaniels type of guy, where he's not that, elite of a defender as McDaniels, but, he could still be a very, very good basketball player. And I think if the Bulls could have that 4 of somehow Kobe White, Io, Williams, and then go get, Sarr or Clingan in this year's draft class, like, that's a pretty legit 4 to build around. Cool Harp saying, I think we trade Zach, get some more role players and some picks, and try to develop Dalen Terry to play good at small forward. I think Dalen Terry would be a great, wing off the bench moving forward. Like, he brings the energy. He's always active, always active. And I don't know if he could be a starter in this league, but off the bench, I wouldn't hate Dalen Terry. I just love the energy. Like, really, really the energy he plays with is, like, freaking contagious, man. Like, you feel that. Levante saying, go get a power forward and small forward. If you get a top 4 pick and go get Clingan. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. As looking at some of these other odds to move into top 4, so, like, the Bulls would get, like, the Bulls just need one of those top 4 to fall out, frankly. Hopefully maybe Charlotte gets screwed, or maybe Portland or something. I don't know. Larnell in the chat. Shout out to Larnell. Is Clingan a good rim protector, though? Yes, he is. He can definitely get better, but I love Clingan that, like, his ability to switch on the guards on the outside is incredible. Obviously, it's different playing college basketball. There's going to be such a skill jump of guards once you get to the league, but Man, Clingan, he's a tremendous defender. Needs to get better touch around the rim. If I had to say like one huge weakness that I've seen from him, finishing around the rim, he's not the best so far, but he is elite on defense. He's a big body. He is just a better version of Vooch. Straight up, I'll say that. And I think he can develop a jump shot, no doubt about it. But we'll see. We'll see. Duca saying the Spurs, as you're talking Zach LaVine trade. Yeah, I could see the Spurs going all in on Zach LaVine. No doubt. No doubt. North of Main Street, I would trade everything for a top 2 pick. Who are you drafting? Who are you drafting? If the Bulls get a top, let me ask you guys this. Bulls get the number 1 pick. Who are you taking? Who's your favorite draft prospect? Who do you pick if we stay at 11? We can look at our big board right here. So, you could go, like if the Bulls do stay at pick 11, I think Filipowski would be a very good pick for the Bulls. Like, okay, right now, if I had to say, if the Bulls pick 11 through 15, which is more than likely, I'm either taking Filipowski or Ron Holland. As Levante, you're taking Sarr. Yeah, I'm probably taking Sarr too if the Bulls get the number 1 pick. I mean, that dude's an athletic freak. Yeah, no doubt about it. I'd probably take him. I'm probably not taking Clingan 1. Yeah, if the Bulls get the number 1 pick, I am taking Sarr. No doubt about it. But like some more realistic guys, like I would be down for Filipowski. If the Bulls stay at 11, Ron Holland's another good choice. Get another wing in there. You could go Johnny Furphy, as he could be a pick. I like Tristan Da Silva, a little older college basketball player, but he can shoot. He's super long as well. So, yeah, hey, we'll see. We'll see. But, hey, guys, we are closing in on the draft lottery here as we are, let me check, we are 8 minutes away. Got over 800 or 100 people with us right now. If I could get you guys to help me out, as we are 8 minutes away, I'm trying to get this stream out to the most Bulls fans as possible. If you guys could just type a me down below in the chat or give me a Go Bulls, I'll give you guys a shout out. But if you guys like the video, comment in the chat. It will help kind of send YouTube a message to push this stream out and say, hey, we're only 8 minutes away, so help me out. Help me out. If the Bulls get the number 1 pick, would you trade it? That's a good question, Levante. For what? What would you trade? Like, that's an interesting thought. I think this year, in comparison to other years, we could see the number 1 pick dealt. No doubt. But shout out to Jerome. I hope both of you pronounced that right, saying Go Bulls. Appreciate you getting in the chat. Also, shout out to everybody who just liked the video. We're up to 36 likes. Bricks and Joystick saying Go Blazers. Blazers got a chance at the number 1 pick, man. That would be big time for the Blazers if they could get Alex Sarr. Bring Rondo and D Wade back? Hell nah, man. No, Jack, we are not doing it. Jeremy, shout out to you. My bad. Shout out to Jeremy. Trade Zach LaVine for Klay Thompson. It's a win-win situation, brother. I wouldn't hate that. I don't think maybe the Warriors do that. I don't know. I wouldn't hate trading LaVine for Klay. I know Klay's, everybody likes to joke that he's a cooked product because of his play-in tournament, but he was actually great the last month of the year. Man, I would love Klay Thompson, no doubt. Jack Torrance, no, we're good. We're good. But if everybody could give me a me down below in the chat, give me a me down below in the chat. I'd appreciate it. Trying to get the stream out the most Bulls fans possible. I'll give you guys a shout out, but give me a me down below. Saying, I don't know what prospects are good, but we need a future star regardless of position. I think the Bulls just need a big, man. Yeah, you take Sarr at 1. Yeah, you no doubt take Alex Sarr at 1. Jeremy in the chat, shout out to you. David typing B for the Bulls. Shout out to you. Myron Bird saying, I have a funny feeling the Bulls will have the number 3 pick. Then Donovan Clingan's coming to Chicago. If the Bulls get the 3rd pick, Donovan Clingan's coming our way. TJ White, shout out to you, TJ. Thank you so much for tuning in. Nathan typing me, shout out to you. Swack ENT, shout out to you. Appreciate you. Is there a universe where we can get Brandon Ingram and Zion? No. The Pelicans will be trading one of those two players this offseason, but they're not going to be trading both. Troy Emerson, type in me. Appreciate you, Troy. Same with Jack. Same with Christian in the chat. What big would you recommend we get? The pipe dream bigs are Alex Sarr and Donovan Clingan. That's if the Bulls move up into the top 4. But more likely than not, the Bulls, like a Filipowski type of player. Yeah, probably that's the thing. The Bulls, it would be huge if they moved into the top 4. Jack saying draft LeBron's son so he can get LeBron. I'm not making any draft pick. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I wouldn't mind Bronny in the second. I'll say that. I wouldn't mind Bronny in the second. No doubt about it. SEI, my name. Shout out to you typing me. And he also says, I'm going to trade number 1 for more draft picks and trade more picks for the big 3. Big fan of what OKC did. Yeah, I wouldn't hate that idea at all. However, the Bulls do get the number 1 pick. It's going to be hard for me not to draft Sarr. That's the only thing. Yeah, Zaccharie, always forget how to pronounce his last name. Risacher. Yeah, he is solid as well. I would trade the number 1 pick and Zach for Donovan Mitchell. That would be interesting. Hell no on LeBron. I'd love to have Tony Kukoc as a head coach for the Bulls, have Dennis Rodman as the assistant. That would be pretty sweet. What about J.J. Redick? Would you hire J.J. Redick? If we get Clay and a top 5 pick, it's going up in Chicago. Yeah, could you imagine this? We trade Zach LaVine for Klay Thompson in a sign and trade this summer. And the Bulls starting lineup, we go Kobe, Ayo, Clay at the 3. Re-sign Patrick Williams, I'm still a believer, at the 4. Donovan Clingan at the 5. Caruso off the bench. We don't bring back DeMar DeRozan. We're a young and up-and-coming team. I like that. If LeBron comes to Chicago and wins his 6th his 5th and the Bulls 7th, that would be something. I don't want James anywhere near the Bulls franchise. Yeah, I'm good on LeBron. This was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah, 100% I want LeBron. I'm trying to win championships, but Daily Motivator, aren't you a Knicks fan? I am not a Knicks fan. I'm a diehard Bulls fan. I grew up in Chicago. I do a lot of work on our Knicks channel, though, helping out Marsh, if that's kind of the confusion there. But I am a diehard Bulls fan. I'm seeing red all the time. I'm bleeding red and all of that, so. Big Diesel saying me, shout out to you, brother. Saying, would you trade a top 4 pick with Zach for Paul George? No, I actually wouldn't. Paul George it's so funny with PG, man. He's an overrated player. I know his highlights are awesome. You see him on the Instagram Reels and TikTok with the slow motion jazz music and his game. It looks so beautiful, but production ain't there, man. Production ain't there in the postseason for PG. If this was 10 years ago, yeah, I'd take Paul George. I just think the NBA is kind of having a youth movement, and I kind of want the Bulls to hop on sooner rather than later. Any pick the Bulls make will be a bust. Dude, it's Chicago. You come here to end your career before it again. Dustin, that is negative. We are not thinking like that. Because if we get Donovan Clingan here, it's working out. That's all we need, baby. That's all we need. But as we are a minute 30 away, we got 150 people watching. I need to see 150 me's down below in the chat. If you guys are excited for the draft lottery that is starting in a minute and 30 seconds, give me a me down below in the chat. Help me out, fellas. Help me out. Spam me down below. As we are closing in on the draft lottery starting, give me a me down below. As Nathan is saying, Michael Jordan should be the next coach. That would be awesome. As Jeremy's saying, hit that like button too. I'm with you, Jeremy. I'm with you. Now, I would really appreciate it, guys. Type me down below. Flood the chat. We're trying to get this stream out to more and more Bulls fans, and we only got a minute left. Will the Bulls get a top 4 pick? Shout out to Tom. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to David. AJ. TJ White saying, who is Donovan Clingan and what is he good at? I don't watch college basketball. He's a 7'2" center from the back-to-back national champion UConn Huskies. Shout out to G Torres, Dre McQueen saying yeet. Shout out to you, David, saying me. N10G saying me. Leonard Bridgewater saying me. Bricks and Joystick saying me. Rick Hoover saying me. Big Diesel saying me. What about this trade? Trade Zach to the Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, Chris Paul, and a pick. Then cut Chris Paul in July. I'd take it. If that's your trade package for Zach LaVine, I am all in. But we are here at the draft lottery, ladies and gentlemen. We will have this filled up in real time. I think they're probably going to start this a little later. But we'll see. But yeah, we are here. Here are the odds for the top 4 picks. Or to get into the top 4 is the Bulls have a 9.4% chance. Billion is saying Clingan and Bowie. Are you talking about Boo Bowie from Northwestern? That'll be sick. Feel like New Year's. Oh well, yeah, it does, man. We're just waiting for that ball to drop. Let's go. The lottery is it? David, is that? I didn't know it was in our backyard. Oh, we're definitely winning the lottery there. It is. The lottery is in Chicago. We are going to win it. What's up, Levi saying, what's good, Seeps? Watching both streams. Hope the Bulls get the second pick. Knicks for 1. Levi's, that's why you're a real one. Supporting both channels, man. There's a showing Donovan Clingan in Chicago. Reed Sheppard. If the Bulls didn't have guards already, I would have loved Reed Sheppard. Rob Dillingham, I'm totally out on Rob Dillingham. Alex Sarr, there's the man. The man from France, the forward center. That is the dream for the Bulls. As Eco saying, the Bulls will get 7, so the Bulls cannot get the 7th pick. Here are the odds for the Bulls, just for everybody's on the same page. So, the Bulls have a 2% chance to get the first pick, a 2.2% chance for 2, 2.4 for 3, 2.8 for 4th, but the Bulls have a 0% chance to land from 5th to 10th. The Bulls will not have picks 5 through 10. They have a 77% chance to have 11th pick, which is more likely than not. 12th is 12.6, 13th, 0.4. Can't get the 14th pick. The Bulls can only move up into the top 4 and can't jump up between 5 through 10. All righty. We are still waiting for this draft lottery to get underway. They're doing their little build-up on TV right now, but, oh, man, it is exciting stuff, man. It is exciting stuff. Here are the odds to receive the number 1 overall pick. Pistons and Wizards are tied at 14%. Hornets come in at 13.3. Spurs 10.5. Trailblazers 13.2. Raptors have a chance. Grizzlies could be a dangerous team if they get the number 1 pick. If the Grizzlies get the number 1 overall pick, that could be dangerous. I'm not going to lie to you guys. If they're somehow able to get Alex Sarr, I mean, man. That would be something. What do you think about Zach Edey? I don't know. He is so good. He's so big. It's just like, I feel like if Edey is going to be in the NBA, like, you have to almost work the offense around him. Like, I don't think he could be like a guy like Clingan, where you could throw into almost any team and he's just going to protect the rim, rebound, do the little things. Like, I feel like Edey just needs an offense built more around him. As Saint saying, finally a stream that's not subscribers only. Saint, you don't want to hit that sub button, brother? Come on, man. AJ Creation saying it's time for the Bulls to do the revamp like the Bears did. Yeah, 100%, man. I've been saying that for 2 years the Bulls need to start over. But they just love being mediocre. I mean, come on, man. The draft lottery's in Chicago. Can we pull off some magic here? But you guys, how about this? Before we dive into this lottery here. Predict what pick you think the Bulls are going to have. What pick do you think the Bulls are going to end up with? I'm going to go wild. I'm going to be optimistic. Bulls are getting the 4th pick in the draft. That's what I'm going. I'm going 4. I'm going pick number 4 for Chicago. Bulls should try to trade the pick. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the Bulls getting the top 4. I'm not trading it. No doubt. Jeremy saying 12. Yeah, I mean, the Bulls have a 77% chance to get the 11th pick. So, obviously, if you say 11, I'm not going to disagree with you. Nikola saying 6. Bulls can't get the 6th pick. Levante, yeah, those are my thoughts. Just get to the top 4. Tim saying 1st. Dustin saying 11. Christian saying stuck at 11. Yeah, that is more likely than not the Bulls get stuck at 11. Could you imagine if the Spurs win this again and they go Sarr? That would be devastating. What if the Spurs, man, that would be something. Ben Simmons for Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons still eligible. Weak draft class. I'd trade it. I don't want another draft and stash. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if it's a top 4 pick, like, I don't think it is a draft and stash. Like, I think if it's Clingan, he's probably, I wouldn't doubt he starts day 1 for the Bulls. Like, I would start him over Vooch in a heartbeat. As they're saying their top 5 prospects, according to ESPN's Jonathan Givony, has Zaccharie at number 1, Alex Sarr at 2, he's got Clingan 3, Dillingham at 4, and Nikola Topic at 5. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're showing Alex Sarr right now, projected number 1 pick. The Spurs get the number 1 pick, it's rigged. Yeah. I mean, they would pair up Sarr and Wemby. Come on, man. Showing Donovan Clingan. Tim Tucker saying, blow it up, please. Bulls got to start over. 12.6% the Bulls get pick 12. Yeah. Showing the young Kentucky guards, Reed Sheppard and Rob Dillingham. We are still waiting on this draft lottery to get underway. Saint saying a stretch 5 with defense. Yeah, it's the dream, man. That's the dream. Jack Torrance calling your shot. Saying, I'm going to say we defy the odds and get the number 1 pick. You heard it here first. Jack, I'll give you a shout out on the video after. Showing Donovan Clingan highlights. Man, I love him. I would love for the Bulls to get Clingan. Big Diesel saying the Bulls will have the 4th pick. Hopefully. Hopefully. Because then, if the Bulls get the 4th pick, obviously depend who's ahead of you, but I think they get Clingan then. Like, I don't think Clingan would fall, or, I mean, maybe a team takes him top 3, but I feel like he would be there at 4. Saying the Spurs get number 1. I quit basketball. I'm not going to lie, guys. I have a gut feeling the Spurs get the number 1 pick. I have a gut feeling. Just not good. Not good at all. That would be something, though, man. That would be something. Let's go, let's go, let's go. When the lottery starting any second now. We are waiting on ESPN or ABC to get this moving. Ben Simmons still out. Yeah, I think Ben Simmons is still eligible for Rookie of the Year. That brother hasn't played in about 4 seasons. Off topic, but what do you think the Bulls could get for Levine and for Vooch? That's not off topic at all. Don't worry about that. Bulls channel here, we're breaking it down. What do I think the Bulls could get for Levine? So the teams I've been saying that I think I could see trading for Levine this offseason. Orlando Magic, San Antonio Spurs, Lakers I think could. Am I missing anybody else? But I think the Spurs, for some reason, with Greg Popovich having that relationship with Levine, I think they could go all in on this year. If they go all in, kind of take advantage of Wemby's rookie contract, like how we see NFL teams take advantage of rookie quarterback contracts. Is Billionaire BE saying Sox on a winning streak? I do not know that. I'm a Cubs fan. Are the White Sox on a winning streak? Is it 2 games? Are you counting that as a winning streak? Look at the White Sox. White Sox won 4 in a row. No shit. I did not know that. Jerry needs to sell the White Sox and the Bulls. Yeah, 100% he does. I'm a Bulls fan. Or Cubs fan. But, man, he's been terrible over there, too. They're interviewing Reed Sheppard right now. This is ridiculous, guys. NBA needs to get this going. I want to see if the Bulls are going to get a top 5 pick. Let's go. We will get the 7th pick and take Zaccharie. The Bulls cannot get the 7th pick, Tim Hill. The Bulls can only pick 11 through 15 or 4 through 1. So, all right, I want everybody. We're gonna do some visualization here. All right, is everybody down to do some visualization? So, we're gonna be having the live results coming here. It's gonna give us 14, 13, 12, 11. So, if we do not see the Bulls' name called from 14, 13, 12, or 11, we're immediately popping a bottle of champagne because that guarantees the Bulls a top 4 pick all the way over there. So if we see it go 14, 13, 12, 11, and the Bulls are not called, it means automatically the Bulls will have a top 4 pick. Pretty freaking sweet, right? Pretty freaking sweet. Obviously unlikely. Only a 9% chance for that to happen. That's what we need, man. That's what we need. Here are the odds of being the top 4, 9.4%. As the fellas are taking the stage, Julian Phillips about to give the Bulls some good luck. I need everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat, as we are a commercial break away from the draft lottery getting going. Give me what do I want to type? Give me a C red down below in the comments section. Dustin being negative, saying whoever they pick, it will be wasted. I disagree, man. If the Bulls get the top 4 pick, like that is huge for the franchise. Like I understand this is not an elite draft class by any means, but if the Bulls can somehow get a top 4 pick, like that matters. That will change the direction of this franchise. That would be modern day Robinson, Tim Duncan with Wemby and Sarr coming in from Big Diesel. Yeah. Yeah, it would be. So Spurs have a 42% chance to have a top 4 pick. Man, I hope you guys know the Spurs are going to be the best team in the NBA for a very long time. As Dustin saying, see red, let's do this. Dustin, are you bought back in, brother? Let's go. Why second rounder Julian Phillips for good luck? Because he's representing the Bulls in the draft lottery. He's going to be the one up there. Sylvester saying he's seeing red, let's go. Are you guys seeing red with me? Are you guys seeing the luck? Are you guys seeing the Bulls getting the top 4 pick? Because I am. I am. Bridgewater is. Saint saying sweet dream. Let's go. Do I just stay like this until the Bulls get a top 4 pick? I might. Just having fun, fellas. Tyler Monaghan saying see red. Hopefully the Bulls do it, man. Hopefully the Bulls do it. Hopefully the Bulls do it. Not really. They drafted Patrick Williams 4th. Yeah. Whatever. If you guys want to be negative. Levante's seeing red. I know Levante's seeing red with me. Let's go. I got my grown men's league tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Excited for that game. Hurt my knee yesterday hooping. Bricks and joysticks. Quick take on the draft lottery. Like it or hate it? I like it just because of this excitement I have right now. Even the Bulls, only a 9.4% chance to get a top 4 pick. I'm excited. Roll those die a little bit. It's like gambling. And also, let's just say there was, a Wemby in this year's draft class. I feel like we would all be freaking out right now to have a chance to go get him. So that's why I was obviously disappointed last year that the Bulls didn't have a chance to get the number 1 pick. But, yeah. But here we go. Here we go. I need everybody to type me down below in the chat. I need everybody to type me down below in the chat as we are here We are here. We're going to be having this live updating in real time. It's going to be awesome. Shout out to Coop producing it over in the other studio. Scooby Palooza saying Bulls. Let's go. Give me a me down below as we're rocking and rolling here at the NBA Draft Lottery. All phones are being confiscated as they're heading into the drawing room. Shout out to Jeremy. Type in me. Let's go. Flood the chat. Levante. I need everybody. I need all 200 people right now to give me a me. Zay over. Saying number 4. Hold them up, baby. All we need is top 4. Shout out to Scooby. Dustin saying, come on. Tyler. Jack. Trey McQueen in the chat. Let's go. Sylvester. Keep spamming it. Keep spamming it. Flood that chat. Flood that chat. Scooby Palooza saying, let's go. 2%, baby. That's all it takes. 2% chance at Alex Sarr. 2% chance at Alex Sarr. Let's make history, Bulls. Let's go be great. Shout out to Mako. Shout out to Tim Tucker. Sylvester. Douglas. Donald in the chat. Keep typing those memes. Let's get up to over 200 people watching. The Warriors got Brandon Podziemski representing Golden State at the draft lottery as they're going to go through all these guys. Keegan Murray with the Kings. Deshaun Mitchell saying Patrick Siepman. Shout out to Deshaun. Ime Udoka representing the Rockets. You know what? I just told you guys all to type me. That's all I want. 4. Because all we want is a top 4 pick. All we want is a top 4 pick. Because you guys see my basketball finger right now. It is disgusting as it's slanted. But let's go. Levante saying top 4 pick, baby. Top 4 pick. We do not want to see. So these names are going to, or these teams are going to come in. If the Bulls are not at 14, 13, 12, or 11, we're top 4. Let's go. I'm fired up, fellas. I'm fired up. Please let us at least get top 5. We need it. Top 4, baby. Top 4. Hold them up. Hold them up in the chat. Jack Torrance saying, let's go. Scotty Barnes representing for the Raptors. Dustin saying 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Saint saying this is scary. Don't want to see the Bulls right here, man. Don't want to see the Bulls. Marvin. If we get number 1, you got to give me a shout out, Big Pat. You know I got you. You know I got you. Let's go. Type those 4s down below. Get the Bulls some good luck as we are underway. Brian Wright representing the San Antonio Spurs. See Saints saying top 1. Scoot Henderson representing the Trailblazers. Tyler Monaghan saying 4. First Bears, now Bulls. Yeah. Whoa, then it would be Blackhawks, actually. Blackhawks get Bedard. Bears get Caleb Williams. And then the Bulls get Alex Sarr. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go get this top 4 pick, fellas. Bulls and Bears, number 1 picks. Brandon Miller representing the Hornets. Bilal Coulibaly representing it for the Washington Wizards. And Asar Thompson representing for the Detroit Pistons. That's my man Jack in the chat. You're breaking Wilt's scoring record in the men's league if we get 1 through 4. Oh my God. I'm going for Kobe if we get top 4 pick tomorrow, guys. I'm going for Kobe. Let's go. Let's get a top 4 pick, man. All right. We're going underway here. Let me turn up the volume real quick. These will be updating in live time. Here we go. It's going to take some luck. It's going to take some luck, but I think we could pull it off. You guys will see me act like a child if the Bulls can somehow do this. Let's break it down. It's obviously going to be 11. Hey, 77% chance to be 11. Mark Tatum at the mic. 14th pick being revealed right now. Let's go. 14 will go to the Portland Trailblazers, which was the Golden State Warriors pick. All right. 3 more names. 3 more names. Let's go. The Kings. The Kings are coming in at 13. We just need to escape 12 and 11, fellas. We just need to escape 12 and 11. Oklahoma City coming in at 12. Don't be 11 and the Bulls have a top 4 pick. If this is not the Chicago Bulls, they have a top 4 pick. And it's the Bulls. God damn it. All right, the Bulls are going to get the 11th pick in the draft. Try to ride the hype out a little bit. It's going to be the Bulls picking at 11. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. The Bulls are going to get the 11th overall pick. Jazz coming in at 10. We'll take it. We'll take it. This is not the year that you wanted to win the draft lottery, to be fair. Bulls are going to be picking 11. The Spurs dropped to 8. So the Spurs, okay. Wow, so Trailblazers go to 7 here. So San Antonio, Houston. The Hornets go to 6. Okay, so Houston's getting a top 4. The Atlanta Hawks are getting a top 4 pick. You got to be kidding me. How does Atlanta get a top? The Spurs might win the lottery. The Atlanta Hawks jumped into the top 4. That's incredible. The Hawks and the Rockets just jumped into the top 4. Could have been us, man. Should have been us. So we got the Wizards, Spurs, Hawks, and Rockets. Y'all think Clingan will be available at 7? I don't know. All right, Marvin. We'll be seeing you, Marvin. Pick 11. Yeah, they robbed the Pistons. Pistons picking number 5. Yeah, Bulls are picking at 11. I'm going to be having a mock draft coming out after this. Who I think the Bulls will be drafting. Man, but the Atlanta Hawks and Houston Rockets jump into the top 4. And now the Spurs, if the Spurs get the number 1 pick, back-to-back years. Man. Yeah, unlucky for the Blazers. Unlucky for the Blazers. 11 ain't bad. Yeah, I'm not complaining about 11. Brick saying endured that Blazers season for pick 7. Yeah. Yeah, super unlucky for the Pistons, must say. Super unlucky. I'm a Pistons fan. No, Saint, that's brutal. Sorry to hear that, Saint. Sorry to hear that. $11 sucks. 11 does not suck. 11 does not suck. Here, I'll show you guys real quick before we get back to it. So if I had to call the pick right now, I think it's going to be Kyle Filipowski. Or Ron Holland. I wouldn't hate Ron Holland either. At all. Yeah, but here are some guys that the Bulls could take. Sadly, I don't think Clingan's going to fall. But yeah, here are some names that the Bulls could take at pick 11. I think I mean Filipowski's probably my pick right now if he's on the board at 11 for the Bulls, but let's see. We'll have to see. Yeah, feel bad for the Pistons. Feel bad for the Pistons, Hornets, and Blazers. That stinks. Maybe package Zach in the 11th pick for some spaghetti. Could do that. We need Portland to do good because they owe us a top 14 protected pick. Yes, they do. Might be the weakest draft class in a while. Yeah, it definitely is. I don't really think there's a difference between like 5 to 11 in terms of draft position. All of these prospects are really lumped in together. I think a lot of this is just landing spot with these guys, but maybe the Bulls trade for the 5th pick in a trade with the Pistons. Could happen. Do I think it will? No. Because, like, what are you going to give up to move from 11 to 5? Like, it's very different than the NFL where, like, you have 7 rounds of picks. Like, yeah, maybe you could throw in your 2nd, move up to 5. I don't know if Detroit does that. But here we go. Here we go. Top 4 picks being revealed here. So the Spurs already have the 8th pick, and now they're about to get another top 4 pick. The Spurs are about to have 2 picks in the top 8. They're wagging. All right. 4th pick being revealed. The Spurs with the 4th pick. Okay. Spurs getting pick number 4, so Spurs will have 2 picks in the top 8. As I do have breaking news here, the order is revealed. The Atlanta Hawks got the number 1 overall pick. That's incredible. That's incredible. Atlanta had they had a 3% chance. A 3% chance to get the number 1 pick. Come on, man. I mean, it's a weaker draft, but, man, they're going to get Sarr. Wow. Wow. Can we see the odds again? Yeah, here you go. Here are the odds to get the number 1 pick. Wow, Atlanta gets it, man. Shout out to Houston, though. Houston getting in the top 3. So Houston and Atlanta. That's crazy. Man. The Rockets move up into the top 3. Hawks get the number 1 pick. Damn. What a show, fellas. What a show. Bulls do get the 11th pick. Yeah, I know. This is dumb. 3% chance to get the number 1 pick, and they got it. Wow. All right, fellas. Well, that's the draft lottery. I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to work on a Bulls mock draft that'll be out here on the channel in a second. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see all of you guys next time. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We're going to have a mock draft coming out here in a second. I don't know. Levante, that's a good question. Like, that's a good question. I'm not sure. But we'll see you guys.